what we're actually trying to do when it comes to rotation is maximize our turn and increase our distance as best as possible. So we'll get our posture and our stance as we've done in episode 2. We've got our hands falling down. Now, I'm not going to use a golf club for the first couple of minutes because I want you to really understand what my body's actually doing. Now, the reason why the weight is on the balls of my feet is to allow me to use my body weight laterally. Now, that means turning back and turning through. Now, if we break this down, I want you to look at my shoulders, okay, and I want you to look at my hips. Now, this is where a lot of golfers fail because they're very static, they're very stiff. So with good posture, we need good flexibility, okay? So as I start the golf swing with my hands, as you can see, my left shoulder is starting to turn. Now, this allows me to get my hands into a nice high position. And as you can see also, my hips have turned. So I'll do that again for you. I'm turning back into this position here. And then as I come through, my hips start the downswing, and then everything comes through here. Now, as you can see, this is how I finished. So rotation is key, that we want to turn our body weight back and turn our body weight through. Now, when the golf club's involved, it's not that difficult. As long as we have got good posture and good stance, and we are turning our shoulders correctly. Now, this left shoulder is a good key point because this left shoulder needs to come under your chin. And as you can see, my hips are turning as well. The minute that this shoulder turns and everything else stays still, it's very difficult to move. And it's very difficult to move our weight towards our back foot. Okay? So we start with the left shoulder. Left shoulder's coming under. Now, if you're a right-handed golfer, it's the opposite way around, it's your right shoulder. So we'll use your front terminology. So you've got the front shoulder, okay? So your front shoulder is turning under your chin. And as you can see, my hips have turned as well. Now from here, your shoulders are the first move. And on the way back and on the way down, your hips are the second move. And that's what allows you to laterally move your weight onto the back foot and turn and rotate and then turn through. So I'll show you from this angle here. Now, got my good posture, got my good stance, weights on the balls of the feet. And now as I turn backwards, you can almost take a couple of reference points here. You can see my chest, front shoulders come under, okay? And you can see my belt buckle. And then as I turn down and turn through, everything is now finishing towards my target. Now, if I'm in this position here, I want you to see the straight line I've drawn right through my spine, almost from the floor right through to the sky. Now, we are looking to turn around that spine. That's why it's imperative, like this is so important, that our spine angle is so straight, because what that second lesson actually has done, it's allowed you to rotate. So with a straight spine angle, you can swing up to the top and swing down. Now, if we're in good posture, we can turn back and turn through nice and easy. So, as a little bit of a recap, our lesson 2 on stance and posture is important because from this angle here, it's all about your left shoulder and your hips turning back to this position, okay? And as we're coming through, driving them onto the front side. So, a good understanding is, imagine I'm in a cylinder. So, look at the circles that I'm drawing around me as a golfer now. Now, a lot of golfers tend to sway side to side, and a lot of golfers tend to swing up and down. Now, I've put myself in a cylinder, okay? I'm not going to move this way, I'm not going to move this way. But what my weight is going to do, my weight is going to go to the back foot to front foot. So, if you can imagine my head very still, I turn back and then turn through. And I'm still within that cylinder. Those circles that I've drawn around me as a golfer, I'm still in those margins. It's very important as a golfer, we don't go back and then slide forward, because the further we go back, the harder it is to come down. So, let me grab a mid-iron and show you. Okay, so, I've got my 7-iron. Now, I'll take my setup, my stance and my posture and my good ball position as we've already covered, okay? Now, if you just look at this left shoulder, Still imagining that cylinder that I'm in. As I turn back, you can see my shoulder comes under my chin and my hips have turned, okay? Now, as I turn through, my body almost uncoils like a spring. So we are tightening it up and then releasing it through. And as you can see, I finished right on the front. All my weight's gone back and gone forward. So I have maximised my body weight and I took away an armsy golf swing. Now, this is where we need to start piecing these lessons together. With a good grip, good stance and good posture, what we can do is we can start to turn back and turn through and hit some nice, consistent golf shots. So, I'll show you from the side. As you can see here, I've got my good setup, my good stance, my good posture, okay? Now, what we're looking to do is just get that left shoulder again, that's the key, that front shoulder is the key for you on turning under, okay? Head stayed nice and still, you can see my hips, and from here, it's driving forward and driving through. So, let's hit a couple of shots for you, and you can see how they go. You can see with that shot, I turned my body through and I turned my body in front of my target there. So, really good lesson. Now, any questions? It can be a little bit of a complicated one, but we kept it as simple as possible. Think about that cylinder, think about that straight spine. Just remember you're keeping your head nice and still so we can turn back and turn through. Any questions, any queries, give me a shout. Like, comment, share. Don't forget to subscribe. Happy to answer any questions in the next podcast. Thank you very much.